You can send me all the riches in the world. You can tempt me with the palaces of kings. And I'd give 'em back with a big old sack and keep the simple things. I've got the simple things. I've got the rain in spring. Got spicy chicken wings and French fried onion rings. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello. Welcome back, everybody. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Dashi, you're not wearing your hat. I have to go and... okay. Good, Dashi. All right, so we have some Earth 2 news as well. Earth 2 news, well, I'll get to that in a minute. Before we get started, everyone check out @HateDaveDon and @KingMavsForever over on the Twitter. Stand Up Chart and King Mavs and ChaviCat5 over on the Veve app. Got Kobe Collects and OMI Player 1 over on the YouTube. Wraithax.eth is a great domain name. Y'all should search that. Powers Vex #1 over there. Kobe Collects down here. Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin' Cheeks, CP Las Vegas Taps, Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sony Pop Media, The Gale, Charles Merkel, Veve Darklink, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube. Got @WhitWizardVeve and Gary O @1234CA3 on the Twitter. DerekBrad.com/pages/Veve-photography and WoundedWarriorProject.org. All other places y'all should check out. Whew. So, yeah, let's do Earth 2 news real quick first before we get really go. We'll start off with this. I don't even know where I put it. Here it is. Pointing out that it will become harder to earn essence on Earth2.io, so enjoy the easier method while it lasts. Quote, I rushed simple designs out last year to benefit early supporters. The future will involve more gameplay. We want players collaborating for mutual benefit. End quote. #Metaverse, #E2. So I'm very, very excited about everything that's been going on with Earth 2. Also, Shane had said, can anyone recommend a reputable charity that ensures private donations will reach and help the most needy in the Ukraine? He keeps running out of time to search for one. Also, look at things E2 can offer to help, not only Ukraine, but other areas of the world in need long term. #E2 for E1. So that's just saying of Earth 2 is really trying to take care of Earth 1 with all the profits that they've been making the past year and a half or so, give or take. Shane had also said in a follow-up tweet that he wanted to point out that this is not affecting other features/updates we're working on. He only wanted to get recommendations from his followers on the most reputable places to donate. For him personally, though, he feels like in need for a future Earth 2 helping Earth 1 solution for many reasons. That being said, there was a couple of... Another project that I happen to be working on happens to be doing a lot of great things also, and actually... Fanny Carbonell, who was just on the podcast like a couple hours ago, we were going over different organizations and charities, and she had mentioned Medicine Sans Frontieres. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's www.msf.org. So that one's like one of the biggest in Europe, she had mentioned. So that was pretty good. Save the Children is really good, and DUG is very good as well. So those are a lot of things to help Ukraine if you want to. But Earth 2 is doing it. I would not be surprised if other metaverses started doing it, like Decentraland, Sandbox. I would not be surprised if Veve somehow gets into that, because again, all of these metaverses seem like they're going to be doing it. Earth 2 just happens to be one of the first ones that have come out. Again, there are others that I'm not mentioning that I'm sure probably already have. I'm just going over that real quick. In relation to that, we had I had a screenshot that was sent to me from dealspotr.com talking about 60% off or any type of percent off of Veve codes. Our own Kyle Willson happened to make a joke out of one, saying that 60% of this time, this coupon works every time, and the code was Sex Panther. That was just a joke. That's on his Twitter. Kyle Willson is a jokester. We love him. That is an Anchorman reference. That Sex Panther thing is the cologne that he wears. 60% of the time, works every time. Like that joke went right over my head on Twitter. I was like, wait a minute, did he get hacked? And then suddenly he messaged me. He's like, Chavez, I'm disappointed. You should have gotten that reference. I was like, you're right. I should have. I fudged up. I done goofed. That was my bad. But that being said, let us go over to the Veve app. If you haven't updated it, you should update it right now. Right? Booking meow. just because there was a new update either yesterday or today where you go into it and, oh, look, there's a promo code. Look at that. Also, there's the Chavi Cat 5 over there. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Please. And the promo code currently, I've tried a whole bunch of different things. Like, I don't know. Well, let's just try pizza time. Any code you put in, it doesn't matter what it is, it'll say code is invalid or already redeemed. So if you do happen to go to that, come on, where is it? Oh God, where did it go? If you do go to the Veve, the deal spotter, the deal spotter will go on and say that it gives you a whole bunch of codes. And if you put in all of the codes into this, it will give you that message. None of the codes work. But I have a theory as to why. It wouldn't be that hard to code something like, hey, let's say they give it out to DealSpotter or Amazon, wherever, and they say like, they're only giving those codes as test codes and making sure that those companies use that first before the sites actually go live. David Yu in the past has teased physical collectibles as far as going into Walmart, and I'll tell you which ones. I'll show you why. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. I'm searching for this and I can't find it. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say. All right, maybe it was a deleted tweet. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, by the way, that was not deleted tweet. That was. Oh, look at that. Look at that. In 2020, David Hughes looking at the horror, the Batman Who Laughs, all of this stuff. The future of digital collectibles is there, and that was in October of 2020. Pretty heckin' cool. But there was one Instagram post where David Yu had posted about the Batman Who Laughs and how Amazon was getting an amazing order. And he said, hey, let's all go take these off the shelves with Amazon. Partnership with Amazon? Or, I don't know. But he has said something as well, such as he has posted stuff from Elton John in the past before. He's posted a lot of stuff that should help signify what he is doing. Like, let's see some other stuff that he has posted before we had gotten anything. In May of 2020, posting about Slimer. Why is that significant? Because, well, he posted that well before we got any Slimer NFT on the app, because that didn't happen until last year. Now, he had also in the past posted about the 1996 Batmobile. Actually, that was the 1966. I apologize. So he has posted that before. Now that did we get that yet? No, we haven't gotten that yet. Is that something that we might get in the future? I think maybe. He has also posted stuff from the Stay Puft Marshmallow. He posted that before we got on the app. So if you look to his stuff, such as pictures of the Pokemon concert that Post Malone had done, that in conjunction with where is it? A SpaceX launch. Some things that we might see in the future. But I can't find what the actual post that he had, but trust me when I did say that it was a cool one talking about the Batman Who Laughs. I can't get it right now because I can't, but I've been talking for about 9 minutes here. Let's go to the comments. But before we go to the comments, I would like everyone, if they can just look at my screen for a minute. If I go to my channel and my videos, I'm going to smash that like button. And I would love it if everyone else were to do the same. That'd be great. Oh, look, Fanny Carbonell. Look at that. That's a face you want to hear talk for a while. So definitely go check that out after this. Moving on here. Lord of the Realms says, hey Randy, hope you're having a great day. I'm doing all right. We're just chilling. The promo things that I saw today, I think that will be. It's no coincidence that happens to come out the day that we get promo codes on the app. I think that will happen. Physical stuff in the future. Maybe it'll be a referral code. I don't know. We'll see. Ballin says, what's new, Pikachu's? What's going on? I haven't been. Also, everyone comment down below if you like my rendition of "The Simple Things" by Mr. Huynh from Hey Arnold. Yeah, I feel like I've been neglecting you guys all weekend. I had a birthday weekend with a girlfriend. Her birthday, not mine. Mine's in December, which hopefully next December I get to spend in the warm. The good part about my birthday is that, well, I don't know. There's no good part about it. I don't know. I like the summer. I like warm things, and pretty much every birthday, almost every birthday I've had has been in New York. It's been in the cold. Even in the military, it's been in New Jersey, also the cold. Every now and then, I think I would like take leave. I'd do something fun for the birthday. But I think it was like twice that maybe I was not in the cold. Next year or this year, and make that a priority. Gabriel Druin says, so many deals across the board. Scarce items do better with less undercutting. Yeah. And also I happened to get one of those things that said, "Hey, Chavez, your device does not meet security requirements." So I was like, "What?" And then good old Wendy Stibalis over there said, "Just uninstall and reinstall it. You should be fine." And guess what? I uninstalled and reinstalled, and it was a-okay. That was fine. But I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's see what Eddie Risso's going for. Oh, $9,900, pretty low. I haven't checked the Todd in a while, probably because it won't load for me. Joey M. Batman, oof, 945. Becky Cloonan, 12. All right, 1,200, not bad. I was going over everything before, and everything before was letting me know that, not including the alligator Lokis, I had about, I think I still had well over $40,000 worth of NFTs, and that was not including the alligator Lokis. So I was like, okay, I could still, if I needed to, sell half of them. Let's say I get 20 something thousand, just to pay the first part of the taxes, and I'll keep you all posted for the rest of it. And now most of that would come from the Fantastic Four #1. It would come with the the Eddie Risso, and then a bunch of the Marvel stuff. So most of that does come from a couple different items. But I'm very excited on what this will be in the future. Again, I don't know what I don't know if I can pay off the tax bill in 4 payments or if I can stretch it to 6 payments. If it was 6 payments, be a-okay. I'd be hella fine with that. Gabriel Druin says, comics and showroom coming soon. They will take off. Make sure to get some rares and ultra rares of Marvel's #1, Fantastic Four #1. I got Fantastic Four #1, Amazing Spider-Man #1, and all Grails. Agreed. Jordan M says, Randy, yo, what's going on, Jordan M? Hope you're doing well. Me Holmes says, keep buying the dip. Unfortunately for me, I have bought as much as I can. I have nothing left to give. Maybe I could sell my body to science. But I was thinking about going to Atlantic City one day and just counting cards, maybe for like a couple of days, because I would have a little bit of starting capital. Playing poker and counting cards, it is a slow process. You do not win big. I mean, you could bet big and win big, but yeah, it is not a very good efficient way. I don't want to even want to say it's guaranteed, because mathematically you can make the right call every time and still get hecked. Be like, oh, hey, look at that. There's a 16 to 1 count, which means that the count is, so for counting cards, you go and you count the cards. You say, okay, every card from a 2 to a 6 is a +1, and every card from a 10 to an ace is a -1. When they start the shoe and you start counting, and they say, oh, hey, there's let's say 8 of them that are on the board, that's 2 to 6, and only 5 of them that are 10 to ace. That means the count is +3. And +3 is, it depends how many shoes are in the deck, or how many decks are in the shoe. So if you have 4 decks, doesn't really mean that much. If you have 7 decks, it really doesn't mean that much. You really want a count of like 8 to 10, plus, because the higher the count, the more chance that you have a 10 to ace coming out, more chance that you have of hitting that blackjack. So 7 to 9s, obviously they don't really mean anything, but you can, they're 0. But you just have to imagine that when you have a 12 on there and you have like a +12 or 15 count, a lot of people would be like, oh no, it's a 12. You should really hit. But there's a larger chance of a 10 to an ace coming out. You don't want to hit when that happens. Again, this is just some wisdom I'm imparting. I should make a whole video about that at some point. Let me know. All right, moving on. Frankie Boy 261 says, got that 5,000 mint Gone Deck poster. Oh, get it, brother. Oh, dude, good for you. Those types of mints are really, really underappreciated right now. There's a lot of people that have been asking, like, hey, how much can I get for this because it's X amount of mint? And right now, like, nobody appreciates that, but I'm sure that they will in the future. So hang on to that bad boy. Milestone Rant says, check out the lowest 100 editions of Little Friends Black and White for a chuckle. Doing my part. All right, lowest 100 editions for Little Friends Black and White. All right, let's go to the brands. And they would be the Designer Con. The Anaheim. Oh, I missed Designer Con. That was a great time. So actually, Fanny Carbonell, she might go to the one in the UK in April. She might come to my party in April. So that'd be pretty cool. That'd be great. All right, where are these? Okay. What'd you say? All right, the black and white. So they're the rare. So those are the most common with 1388 of them. So 280 for the floor. And I've got the edition low to high. Oh my God. 280 for the floor, but the cheapest one is 1,500. Oh my God, and Milestone's got a bunch of them. Milestone's got number 60, 64, 82, and 85. Wow, that's incredible. Oh, you can get number 89 for 1,000 as well. It's actually not bad. Yeah, 89 for 1,000. Okay, well, maybe the 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 is probably worth. But yeah, Milestone. So be advised that I do believe that a lot of these Designer Con artists will be the first ones to go to OpenSea. If that happens, then, well, you have a bunch of people like Milestone that are going to be very, very happy. They're going to be very, very... I love him. I love you, man. Rob W. says, Randy, my 1-year-old has a little stuffed dog. We named Dashi! Oh my God! 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 Okay, so I have to go take a... I gotta take a Snapchat about that, where Milestone Rand says... oh no, I'm sorry. Rob W. says, Randy, my 1-year-old has a little stuffed dog that we named Dashi. Thank you. Oh, look at that Dashi. Good doggo. I'm going to have to go and send this to my story. And I'm just gonna put that there. I don't even know if that recorded my my like saying stuff, because I had my YouTube going on, so I don't know about that. Also, everyone smash that like button. That'd be great. Okay, moving on here. Alan Montes says, hello. What's going on, Alan? Hope you're doing well. All the dead midget. Been a while. How you been, fam? How you been? Says, hello, Dashi. Tylo says, yo, what up? Super Duper Hang says, what's up, Randy? How you doing, fam? I'm doing all right. I'm just hanging out. I'm chilling. Lucky Clover says, hi, Randy. It's always darkest just before the dawn. And I promise you, the dawn is coming. That was not Harley. Oh my God, Two-Face. What? Harvey Dent. How does he say that? The night is darkest just... Oh, God, why do I sound like Bruce Wayne? The night is darkest just... I can't do that voice. I don't know why. I'm usually pretty good with voices. That one I'm just not having. I had such a good conversation with Fanny Carbonell about acting. I think I'm going to do it one day. I think one day I'm going to get in really good shape and I'm going to be like, guys, I'm an actor now. I mean, pretty much everything I've tried has been successful, at least up to this point. There has not been anything that I have tried that I haven't succeeded at. So I think, and that'd be great. I'll be like streaming. I'll be like, hey guys, look, I'm on set. Be like, and his name is John Cena. And then I would be like, wait, I don't see him. Where is he, fam? You know, because can't say. Anyway, moving on. RPM 87 says, I got 63,000 OMI. I'm going to buy more in the next 2 weeks. Get it, brother. Keep on stacking that good stuff. So something I really like to tell people is that, you know, the thesis of the company hasn't changed. And I mean, is this, you know, 1 year ago, this was a lot higher. Do you think that this company has less to offer now than it had 1 year ago? I don't think so. I think this has a lot more to offer than it had 1 year ago, and more promising things. I'm more confident in this investment right now than I have ever been. Raythax, my man, saying just sold 15,000 Class 1 tiles in E2 today. He says, this has been my goal from the beginning. I put in around 75,000, sell 1/3 of my property and or resources at an average of 3x, which gives me 50,000 E2 Moonbag to play with for free. Oh, that's a good point. Because, yeah, if you sell 1/3 at 3x the price, so you sold 25,000 at 3x the price. So your initial investment you pretty much have taken out, and you have 50,000 left, which is incredible. And you've done that while accumulating a butt ton of essence. Right, Ax. I don't know if you had heard it before, if you just joined, but Shane had tweeted out before, quote, pointing out that it will become harder to earn essence on Earth2.io, so enjoy the easier method while it lasts. I rushed simple designs out last year to benefit early supporters. The future will involve more gameplay, want players collaborating for mutual benefit, hashtag Metaverse, hashtag E2, end quote. So all those of us have gotten in very, very early for Earth 2. We were just in the right place at the right time. And guys, I know I was even going over with Fanny before. I am good at a couple of things. One is pattern recognition. But the other is that I'm just really lucky. I am incredibly lucky, and finding Earth 2 at the right time. I found it in mid-December, and it had come out like a month and a half prior. That would be akin to me finding out and downloading and buying a lot of stuff off the Veve app in January of 2020. Or I'm sorry, January of 2021. Like maybe just, yeah. So I get very lucky that I get in early on things, and we're reaping the rewards, reaping the benefits. I could sell. Like, I've actually had offers on my Earth 2 account before. I was like, nah, fam, can't do it, because I mean, yeah, I could make a little bit of profit, but why risk that? Making a little bit of money when I could just hodl and then just go and enjoy a lot of money in the future. We got very, very lucky. So anyway, and again, I still believe it's early. Like, how many people that are here for OMI actually know about Earth 2? How many people that are here that the only reason they know about it is because of me? Not a lot. Like, they have, what, 150,000 monthly active users? That will grow, especially when Earth 2 gets a Binance listing. Especially when they get that back. Anyway, moving on here. Where was I? Sinful Mawile says, still concerned about no OMI buybacks, but I think they are avoiding talking about buybacks to not be mistaken for security. Going to announce OMI buyback once OMI has more utility. Again, even if they were to have OMI buybacks, like, that's not really a big catalyst for the coin. Yeah, there's always going to be a little bit of buying pressure, but how that is supposed to be taken out of the profits. I've never really talked about buybacks. I mean, I've mentioned it in the past because they had mentioned it back in the day. I'm pretty sure it was part of their white paper. But then, again, things change. I would rather them put that money towards something else. Because again, if the token has utility and there's a lot of demand for it, there's really no need for them to get more buybacks by that point. For them for taking the profit that they have and buying the token. Like, are they going to have to do that at some point? Probably. But the way that they had pinned it, saying, like, yes, 10% of the profits will go towards buybacks. That's, it's a lot. So I'm very curious to see what the last OMI utility article will have. Very curious to see. Again, they haven't really mentioned OMI to NFT in a while. They kind of mentioned it in passing in February, saying that OMI NFT would take about 5 months. So that, if we go by their schedule, March, April, May, June, July. But if we go by kind of like the scheduled as we perceive it, picture it like 9 months. So it's July, so August, September, October. So probably Q4 of this year we'd get OMI to NFT, and that's when I think Veveverse will come. Oh, I don't know. They said they didn't want to do Veveverse until OMI to NFT came out, and if that's the case, and we actually could get this in July, I'm very, very bullish on the Veveverse and the timeline. I know nobody else is. I'm like the only one in that camp, but heck 'em. This is my. We shall see. Moving on. Sinful Model says Essence will get harder to produce. So glad it's easy to produce now. I mean, yeah, it is harder. You do have to do some stuff if you're somebody that doesn't have if you're just getting into Earth 2, it is harder to produce now. Just because you have to get the land and you have to get the Mentars and the jewels to outfit the Mentars. So, but hella worth it, in my opinion. Again, they what did they have? I think they minted like 5 billion Essence or something like that for a game or like a project like Earth 2 that's as big as it is with one-to-one map of the world. I don't think 5 billion is enough. I mean, I don't think it's enough. I mean, when you have people that already have hundreds of thousands of Essence, and me with my little tens of thousands of Essence, I think I have like 33,000. Yeah, good time. Sonny Solomon says, bro, are you buying comics? What's your thoughts on renting collectibles, passive income? I have a couple of comics. I am not really buying them. Some other comics that I will get in the future. I will get Hitmonkey, not because I think it'll make me a ton of money. I just love that character and I love those comics. And I do like the Young Avengers, so I'll get Young Avengers. I'll get Hitmonkey, and again, these aren't like crazy like, yeah, I'm gonna get this. It's gonna be the greatest investment ever. I mean, I already have Fantastic Four #1. That is a very good investment. I mean, I had one. I bought one at like 5,900. I sold it like 14,000. So that was great. The other one I did buy at like 12,900, and if I were to sell now, I'd sell technically at a loss. So I definitely don't want to sell now. I do not like to sell for a loss. That is not good. But yeah, these, because I know if I sold it right now and I go into other stuff, this will immediately like double. It's already been at 20 something thousand. So yeah, moving on here. Oh yeah, so thoughts on renting collectibles. Like we have a large amount of people in here, and there is currently, let's say about 28,000 people a day. We only have comic drops, 3 days a week? And so we have about 2 1/3, so 2.3 times the amount of users every week coming on as about the amount of times, or the amount of, let me put it this way. For the amount of comic book that are issued each week, which is about 90,000, we have about 2 1/3 times people coming on that. Basically, we have a lot more people coming on as they issue comics each week. I don't know why I have like this word diarrhea, this word vomit coming out. But I think that's very bullish, and I think that comics are $8, and there are multiple people that are buying multiple of these. And I'm not even talking about bots. I'm not even talking about, oh yeah, they get, a couple, they snipe. I'm talking about people that sell this for stupid cheap. Like if the comic's $7 and you're selling it for $9, you're netting like $1 something. Like, is that even worth it? No, not even close. But there's people that are like, hey, I missed the drop, but there's a bunch of these going on from like $9 to $11. They're buying them, knowing that at some point there's going to be a lot. I mean, there's, again, they haven't really done any marketing. They don't need to right now. If they ever need to, trust me, they can just, in my SpongeBob, they can snap just like that. They could be able to go and snap, another million people on here in a week if they needed to, if they wanted to advertise and, go down that road. But this is why I love them. They're like Tesla. They don't need to advertise. They sell everything they make. So moving on here. Super Duper Hank says, smash that like button, OMI homies. Let's go Peru. Oh yeah, so so the renting, because we have so many more people that's coming on, like each and every day, and they're not just going to get one thing. They're going to get multiple things. I think that it doesn't seem like it right now, especially because a lot of the prices have been going down. But there's going to be a lot of people that are coming on that really don't like or care about the money. They'll just be about the games. And like, oh, hey, I need to get this achievement for this. I need to get this achievement for this clout, for this, whatever. I can't be in the super secret group unless I get this achievement. Only way to get that achievement is to board the platforms or break the targets or do whatever with X amount of characters, with certain characters. Hey, I don't want to spend $1,600 to buy an Elsa to do that. I will just rent an Elsa for like $8, $20 or whatever. Go complete that thing, and yeah, that's it. I think that'd be great. I think that's a great way to showboat. How much would it cost to like I'm going to use this example. It's going to be a little NSFW. Let's say you really wanted to impress a girl. Let's say you really wanted to, you know, and you go and you rent a car, you rent an Airbnb, and how much is that actually going to cost? I don't know, a couple $100. Maybe $1,000 for the evening if you rent this nice car, you rent a nice Airbnb, and you say it's your house, and then you pay for a very fancy dinner. Uh, that's an expensive night. But how much money does that save you? Because you don't have to buy the car for like $50,000. You don't have to buy that house for that much money. You have to buy the food and everything, but yeah, renting to impress people is going to be something that is done. I guarantee it. And renting, especially, like, I guarantee you, I know this is going to happen. I would bet my life on this, that there's going to be girls, and probably some guys too, but definitely a lot of girls that are going to be like, hey, everyone, who wants to go and, I don't know, like, buy me dinner tonight? How can you do that? Rent my collectibles. And there's going to be this guy, there's going to be several guys that go like, I'll rent your stuff. And they're like, oh, thank you so much. And they're going to bat their beautiful blues. They're going to bat their beautiful green, whatever color eyes that girl has. They're like, thank you so much. This really means a lot. Mwah, like a virtual kiss. And that guy is going to get those chemicals in his brain like, oh, I did good. This girl likes me, paying attention to me. This feels good. Getting attention from a girl just for renting out the collectibles. And that's going to be a business. Guys are going to be buying out that stuff just to get that feel-good chemical in their brain. And they don't even need it. Just to get that attention from the girls. Guarantee you it happens. And that's just one facet of that. Renting collectibles will be so heckin' huge. And actually, a subsection of that, there's going to be people like me that was like, okay, well, nobody's going to want to pay, like, let's say nobody wants alligator Lokis, which, let's face it, they're going to. But let's say that nobody wants it, and nobody wants to rent it for me because my prices are too high or whatever. I would rent it out to, let's say, $1 an hour to a very pretty girl or a very good-looking guy. Taps Trades, where you at? Let me give you my stuff. So I would like, hey, I'll give you $1 per hour, and then you rent it out to your fanboys for $10 an hour. And I guarantee you that heckin' works. I guarantee you. I still get to rent my stuff out for $1 an hour. Great. I have 169 common alligator Lokis. Give me all that noise. And, it works out for all parties. It works out for me because I rent out my stuff. Works out for the girl because she makes a hell of a profit renting out her stuff. And it works out for the simps because they get praise from the girls that they are buying from. This is going to be such a huge freaking moneymaker. I see it happening. Moving on here. And yeah, that's passive income. Joanne Garrity, what's going on? How you doing? Saying, greeting from an island in Mexico. Go OMI. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Wait a minute. Hang on one second. I have to look at something real quick. There is moving on. Mm-hmm. I don't know where did I put it? J-O. Okay, disregard, sorry. We got a super chat. Conan from Wraithax says, forgot to mention using E2 profit to buy more OMI. Yes! 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 Got that bright Wraithax! Get it! Also, thank you all for 50 likes. That means the world. Yeah. All of my whale friends. Now, granted, there is like 2 or 3 people in the whale groups that I'm in, all the people I talk to, that are frustrated, and they're just like, because they've been at this for 3 years. They've been at this, they've been hodling, and yeah, they've made a ton of money. But also, there's like, hey, they're really waiting. That are indifferent right now, that are not. They're not looking at the project. It's not like they're not like me, and they're not like going on the app every day and checking the price and making and they've never really made content. And it's not to say that they've given up. They're not selling. They're not. A lot of my whale friends are still accumulating, but The one of them, the ones that aren't, they are not really paying attention anymore, but they're not selling. They said, hey, I am not going to look at this every day. It takes up too much energy. They're just living their normal lives, and they basically check back in the chat, and they check back like once a month, give or take. Like, hey, how's everything going? Oh, still nothing going on. Like whatever. And they go back to their lives, and they travel, they do whatever. So there are some people getting impatient, even the whales, that go on and say, hey, I don't really want to look at this every day, get my hopes up, and listen to every AMA and watch all this content because kind of nothing's really happening. So I understand it. The whales understand it, but in that same breath, I'll tell you, they're not selling. They're not looking to like, yo, I hope this goes to like 3 cents so I can get out. Will they take profit there? I'm sure. I'm sure they'll take profit on the way up. A little bit here, a little bit there. Again, in the one whale group I'm in, where I have only the third most, or I'm sorry, the third least amount of OMI. 8 people over there have a lot more than I do. And I think that's very, very bullish. A lot of the other whales that I know, they are still accumulating. Like Wraithax, like other people that I don't even think I can mention. Yeah. A Pro the Doge. I don't really have direct contact with him, but Pro the Doge just bought another $50,000 worth of OMI. How do I know this? Well, he made a video about it the other day. He posted it on Twitter. I shared it on Twitter. Or I retweeted it. Same thing. Moving on here. Or was I beforehand? Blah, blah, blah. Larry Mackin says, what if you buy a physical collectible and you get a promo code to the digital one? Oh, they would really have to limit that, I guess, right? Because although my brain just hatched an idea, right? All right, so let's think about this real quick. Let's say that they make whatever thing that it is. Let's say they make a 100,000 overpriced collectibles. Like they know that what they're selling in stores, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Walmart, they know what they're selling is overpriced. But it's overpriced because every time one of them is bought, they have to give a certain percentage of it to Veve. Why would they do that? Because it comes with a promo code. Oh, hey, you put this in the Veve app, you get a digital collectible. And then let's say it's something. And that being said, not everybody. And let's say it takes put this in and you get your digital collectible the next day. Because let's say they don't mint them until people go in and put in their code. And I know what you're saying, Chavez. Well, wouldn't they have to do that because there's numbers on the physical collectible? Well, maybe that would promote trading. Like number 1 isn't going to get number 1. Number 1 might get number 87, and number 9,842 gets number 68,000. 69,000 would have been better, but I think that would promote trading from within. Like, hey, I got this one. Who has this one? And they go and they trade. I think that'd be pretty cool. And I also think that, yeah, I think that would work. Maybe not at 100,000, although maybe, I don't know. This could be a freaking global thing. Alcon does not take things very lightly, and what he says when he said that they had 6 of the 10 top grossing kids toys of all times, and he says, oh well, heck it, I'm going to brag. We're going to have the 7 top grossing things because we're going to have Veve. So that's amazing. All right, moving on here. But that's a really good idea. It's a good idea. Sinful Mall says happy birthday. It was Danielle's birthday, not mine. Joanne Garrity says, yeah, fellow SAG. I'm sure Fanny does have a SAG. Oh, do you mean SAG like Sagittarius, or SAG like she was a SAG award actor, like the Screen Actors Guild? Either way, yes, I believe. We got another super chat coming from Aldous Havley saying, what up, R? Not selling anything. 2 acting early. Yeah, no, same. I'm keeping everything about as is. I'd love to add, but I don't have. Again, I gotta. Once I find a way, honestly, I might do that. I might have to talk to anybody. I call the girlfriend, but hey, babe, I have to spend 8 days in Atlantic City to go and win my taxes so that I could pay it. Once I do that, I could be right back to acquiring a lot more OMI and a lot more everything. We shall see. Moving on. Sinful Model says, is 60% off coupon the new NFTs in the marketplace? No, that is none of those codes work. I do believe we will have that at some point though. And again, it's not I don't think it's a coincidence that happens to appear on the same day that we get promo codes on the app. Eco Wash Solution says plus 24 this weekend. Plus 24 what? I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I love the attitude. I love it. I love the hustle. Michael Guzelian says, Randy, what's your honest take on where Veve's at in the public eye? So I was going over with a Patreon member before. Excuse me. Sorry, had to get the hydration in. Also, hydrate. Here's your thing to drink more water. I was telling it with a Patreon member this one. Actually, I could even read the message. Maybe I shouldn't, but maybe I will. Nope, wrong Patreon message. He says, quote, I don't even know if I can read it. It's a little insulting. I'll read it anyway. It says, I think it's so interesting and a little sad to see so many grown adults work out their aggression and depression on social media due to the Veve market and price of OMI being down. So many people are scared, and they use that fear subconsciously against themselves and others. It's not even about Veve or OMI. It's much deeper than that. These people think they're angry because Veve is down, but it's really because of unresolved issues that are suppressed until an event like this occurs. Hopefully these emotional flutters don't hurt too many innocent first-time investors by scaring them into being paper-handed. There's a lot of layers to this. I want to get into this. There is a episode of Justice League. It's actually like a multi-episode arc in Justice League. Cartoons were so good in the 90s and 2000s. Honestly, since then, they started getting so much better. But anyway, the episode arc in the Justice League said that there was Jean had said it best. Said like there were issues that were bubbling up for the Justice League members, but they all put it, they buried it. They put it aside. They put it on the back burner while they were saving the world and the galaxy and the universe and all that. And but those issues were still there, but they had bubbled to the surface in times of great stress. In that same way, what a buddy of mine is texting is that a lot of these people that are lashing out at the company and are lashing out because of like it's bots or the market's crashing and they think it's a rug pull, just because they bought at the top and it's gone down. It's in a down. Everything's in a down market. Look at the stock market. Look at Bitcoin. So people need something to blame. And right now, the easiest thing to blame is Acomi, because Acomi is everywhere in your face. It's multiple drops every single week, which we love them for. But there are, look at the Play Store on the app, and you go to Veve. It's got 2.5 stars. But what is the chief complaint? The chief complaint is that they can't get anything. The chief complaint is that, there's bots. Like, they love it so much that they rate the app 2.5 stars because they cannot get the thing in which they love so much. So the public image of Veve and Acomi right now, there's again what rings out the loudest. It's the negative. You look for the dark, you will, look for the light, you'll always find it. But if you look for the dark, that's all you'll ever see. Quote from Iro, from Legend of Korra, and yeah, it's not the best. If you are fortunate enough to have the time to go and actually investigate and look at Acomi and Veve, you see that, all these people, the people that are making these complaints, most of them, not all, but most of them, are a lot of first-time investors, a lot of fudders. A lot of people are being punched in the mouth. A lot of people getting the crap being beaten out of them. They're saying that, hey, guys, listen, I'm investing all into this crypto. I think it's a great investment, which it is. And then suddenly the investment takes a 50, 60% haircut. That's not easy for people to take. It's easier for some because we've been there before. So we know where the bumps in the roads are. We know that tough times do not last. Tough people do. And if you can stomach it, if you can look at that red in your account then it's fine. Honestly, best advice: just don't even look at your account. If I'm telling like my friends, I'll be like, hey, just accumulate more, just buy more, buy in the dip, buy in the dip. That's what I'm telling my friends. Buy the dip. I can't say anything to y'all like that because that'd be financial advice, and I don't give financial advice. I'm just telling y'all what I'm doing. Um, but yeah, publicly, a lot of the fudders, they get hurt. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. But I do believe that, again, look at the whales. Why do they have money? I mean, it's not from waiting for the bus. It's not because they're dumb. It's because they're smart and they work hard. And the people that are smart and work hard, that have a lot of money, that had the opportunity to get lucky, they're the ones buying. I'm gonna follow those peeps. Granted, even if they weren't, I'd still be doing it anyway. But that just reaffirms my belief that this is probably one of the best investments of my lifetime. Moving on. I still didn't read that. It says, I think criticisms at this point are fair, even if you're a level-headed OMI investor. They haven't delivered one feature yet. I think that some of the criticisms are okay. Let's go at bots. Are bots an issue? Yeah, sure. Is that issue just upon Veve? Like, is that issue synonymous with just Veve, or is that issue tech wide? If it was that issue that was just with Veve and no other tech company had it, I'd be like, okay, Veve, step up your freaking game. But it's not. That is something that plagues every single other tech company that has something like this, like a drop. And, well, what happens? Are any of the other tech companies 100% bot free? Show me one, because I don't think they are. At least in this way. It is very hard to compare stuff to Veve because they sell everything in a second. I'm not sure how many. Comic-Con has been having that since I've gone, like since like 2013. They've been doing that. So yeah. So a lot of these other things, like let's say MTL. Again, that's not just with Veve. There are a lot of other gaming and other companies that take a lot longer. Well, let's look at Earth 2. Earth 2, you know how many hoops you had to jump through last year, like way back in the day, to cash out of Earth 2? It's a freaking lot. Even nowadays, you still have to get a Revolut card if you're in the US. Get a Revolut card? Okay, cool. Bring this, what do you call it? Bring the cash out to your Revolut card, and then you could transfer it to your bank. It's hard. Recur has MTL, but they have it just for the US, not anywhere else. This is a global transmitter license we're looking at. So again, this is something that does take a long time. And it's not just exclusive to Veve. So other things that you said they haven't delivered on yet, well, they have delivered a lot of features already. But the things that they have said they haven't delivered on, if they never deliver on them, okay, sure. But if they're delayed by a couple months or a year or whatever, again, that's relatively normal. Tesla's $1 trillion company, and they delayed on their Cybertruck for well over a year. We were supposed to get it last year in Q3, Q4. We're not going to get it until next year. It's $1 trillion. Again, things with new technologies and innovative companies, disruptive companies, they take some time. So again, that's just my opinions on it. SFW or SWF resale says, does OMI have nodes? I would be interested if they did. I'm actually not sure. I would think so, but I don't know. I can't say 100%. John Harm says, poker is a hard way to make an easy living. Yes, agreed. Mr. Digivore says, Randy, ultra rare Black Panther or 100,000 OMI? You asked that before. Me and Fanny had both said we would do OMI if we're given the chance. A choice of those two. Monarch NFTs, Randy, any word on the queue system? I know they said by the end of the week, but not a single tweet. Next month maybe. They'll roll it out slowly. If they say a week, give them a month or two. If they say a month, give them like 3. If they say 5 months, give them like 9. They will do it, but it will take some time. Sinful Mawal says, remember when OMI went from 0.003 to 0.008? I think in August. What was the catalyst for that? No. it went from like 0.002 to 0.004 something for Marvel. There was a bunch of things that had happened. I think even with the Disney announcement, it had gone up from wherever it was to like 0.007 something, and then it went back down like a day or two later. Is it raining out? Is it raining out right now? Moving on. And Ray Thanks, thank you for the $20 super chat, saying that he just sold 15,000 Class 1 tiles on Earth 2 today. This has been his goal from the beginning. He put in originally around $75,000 into Earth 2. He sold 1/3 of his property and or resources at an average of 3x, which gives after he had cashed out the $75,000, he still has $50,000 in there to play with. A $50,000 E2 moon bag to play with for free. Shout out to Ray Thax and thank you for the super chat. Tank42 says, "Hey Randy, enjoy your content and daily videos are great. Keep them coming. I'm gonna try my very best." Harrison OK says, "What's up, brother? OMI hodl. Hodl to the moon." JMoney2024.1 says, "Sinful while it started from the Marvel partnership. I think maybe it was Disney. Yeah, Marvel was, yeah, it was something like that." Monarch says, "Yo, Cavell mentioned we can cash out to OMI with MTL. I thought gems to OMI was a no-go." All right, so you will never be able to take your gems and cash them out for OMI. That will never happen. I haven't seen the video, but what I assume Cavell is saying is that you will be able to take your NFTs and sell them for OMI and then cash out, and then take your OMI and cash out. Take your OMI and go, wherever, whatever exchange you could put your OMI to whatever exchanges we have, or maybe a trust wallet. I don't know, but that would make sense. Yeah, you can't do gems to OMI. Uncle Mike's Cryptonomics says, "Hey Randy, I have 6 million OMI waiting for 0.35 to sell a little, hoping for exchanges soon." The old farmer. Wait, you have for 35 cents. Okay, gotcha. That's what you're waiting for. Yeah, I mean so you'd sell even if you sold half your bag, it's $1 million, and then you have another $1 million to play with. That'd be great. Jojo says we're at 0.0035. Are we? Did we go that low? Let's find out. Let's check. Excuse me. What we got here? Okay. All right. Excellent. I'm just waiting for the. Oh God, hiccups. We're at 0.0035. I want to buy more. Can't afford to. I'll at some point I will. Oh shoot. Okay, moving on, Shaw. We have the POBA G. Looked up and click on it. Little gives you codes for a glasses company. Deal spotter to promote their website. Oh, interesting. Yo, heck the glasses. We had a super chat coming in from Aldous Havley. Thank you so much. Saying OMI FUD is to investors' benefit. Lower it goes, the more you can buy, and the more burns there are. Lagging benefit will be massive. I just keep buying and don't look back, like Amazon or Tesla. Might never sell. I might never sell all of it, but I definitely have to for the charities. Yeah, that'd probably be the best. I should probably set that up really quickly. Also, I should probably set that up soon. But I'll just have you're who I'm talking about, man. The fact that you're comparing it to Amazon and Tesla, we know. Now, where was I beforehand? We got Jordan M saying, "I'm buying up all 3-digit mint comics for 2 or 3x the floor." Nice, get it. JP says, "OMI to NFT is like a buyback." I guess, yeah, a little bit, because you're taking, yeah, that makes sense. Maybe it's, but every time you sell at a loss, you leave gems on the table for Veve. It's a good point. Dollar Scholar, give me that. Oh, JP says, which is a good thing for the app. That is a good thing for the app. Being able to go and leaving gems for OMI. Yeah, that makes sense. Why? Because that just gives them a little more money to play with. David Z says, "There are a lot of worthless / cheap 9.8 comics out there. Just be careful of what ones you're hunting mint numbers." That is also a fair point. All the Dead Midget says, I'm good, boss. It's 3 a.m. where I am, so don't get to see the streams every day. Wow, thank you for tuning in. That means a lot. Sacrificing your night for my viewership. Justin says, or you could buy OMI. Yeah, we love buying OMI. Ed J says, hey, Randy, did you catch the chocolate? Oh, I'm sorry. I missed Chocolatito versus Martinez fight. I won some money and putting it all in OMI. Get it, brother, get it. I haven't caught any fights in a long time, especially this weekend. I was in a tech dead zone, but I had a great time with the girlfriend. She took this amazing photo of me. I got to show y'all. And there's a story behind this. Severe thunderstorm, national. Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Too Late. Okay, so I am just on the. I'm on a lake. It is a frozen lake, but I'm on a lake, and I last year, exactly 1 year ago, almost about to the date, I go there and it's just complete ice. Again, 1 year ago, we go there for her birthday, and it was just complete ice. There's no traction, there's no grip, so I'm like, shuffling along, like, when SpongeBob is talking to Squidward, is like, and I'm going to give you the Krabby Patty, which is, right, he's like shuffling along because his shoelaces are untied, so he has to go like this, and then he like doesn't go anywhere. That's what I was doing last year on the lake, because God forbid, if I fell, 200 pounds, just goes onto the lake, and I just completely destroy myself. 200 pounds goes on there, and that could not be good. So 3 days ago, I was fine walking on there because it had snowed recently. I was like, oh, I have some grip. I have some traction. I could actually run on this a little bit. And she says, yeah, that's fine. So she's out there. Gemma, the dog is out there. And then we start hearing like, and I was like, what is that? She's like, is the ice? And then it dawns on me, it's like, the ice is cracking. So I immediately had to like, all right, we're done. I'm done. Goodbye. And then literally like the next day, when it was like 50 something degrees out, we're with her brother and her brother's wife as well. And we go outside, and it's kind of like what do you call it? All of the snow had melted, and I'm pretty sure I saw some like wet spots where the ice was like no more. I was like, oh my God, I could have died. I forget what we were talking about, but let's move on. Oh yeah, so that's where I was this weekend. It was great. I had this like cheeseburger. Actually, I have to show you exactly what I had. Hang on one second. Autumn, where you at, girl? My friend Autumn has it. She came in the clutch. Look at that. Look at it. It is a deep fried mac and cheese. All right, so deep fried mac and cheese was the bun on the bacon cheeseburger. That is deep fried mac and cheese right there. Sorry. So good. It was so good. I have somebody that is Ooh. Steamboat Willie Ultra Rare is at a $3,175 floor. The cheapest 3-digit mint is $500 more. I probably should not have said that on his, because he texted me asking me if that was a good deal. I won't say if it's a good deal yet. I'm gonna go and check it because I don't know if it's a good deal yet. Nope, that's DC stuff. Where is it? Is it gonna be Mickey and Friends? Mickey Mouse NFT collection. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so let's see what we got here. $3,100 floor. Cheapest 3-digit mint is $3,900. Actually, it's a bit more expensive. Oh no. Oh, they're $973. So it's not a low 3-digit mint. I mean, the Gale's trying to sell his as well. That's a good point. It might be. I've never really talked too much about, because I mean 3 digits. There's 800. So what is 999 minus 40. So there's 949 of them, of the 3-digit mints. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 of sub 100 mints. The cheapest is $20,000. And yeah, that's insane. Oh my God. So the other 3-digit mints that are low, you got number 106 is 11,000. Number 140 is 10,000. Oh, you get number 153 for 5,700. So if 153 of the ultra rare Steamboat Willie, that all together now, if that's 5,700, and that's only $2,000 more than number like 953 or 970, it seems that just spend the extra $2,000 and get number 153. I think that would be the best one. Yeah, I do like that a lot better. There's number 419 for 48. Yeah, there's a lot lower, better mints. No, 538 for 4,300. 685 for 42. 72 for 39. But this is really cheap, though. 973 for $3,600. That is pretty cheap. So $3,600, but you could literally spend $2,200 more and get number 153. Oh, that's hard. That's hard. So let me go. Text. Oh, he's watching. Okay. Haha. That's a coin flip. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it depends how much. Like if I had an extra $3,600 right now, and let's say I wanted an altogether. I wanted a altogether now. Yes. And the reason I'm saying that is because if you were to pay the extra $2,200 for a low sub 300 mint, like you're already spending $3,600. So if you're spending another $2,200 for that low for that low 3-digit mint, just get the floor twice. Because if you're just going to spend that extra $2,200, clearly money's not too big of an issue. Just buy the bottom 2. Spend another $900 of what you were going to spend anyway to get that low 3-digit mint and get the bottom 2. The only time I wouldn't do that is if you're like, listen, the 3,600 is a stretch, like for me to do personally. If that was the case, then I say, again, the floor of this was $10,000 at one point. And, losing, like 70% of it, get down to 3,100, but you can get a 3-digit one, that's less than, there's 949 3-digit ones. I'm sorry, 959 3-digit ones that are available. Actually, no, 60. So it'd be 939 of these that are available. I'd say that's really not a bad idea. Yeah. Long term, I think that's a good idea to get that. So again, I just laid out a bunch of options. That's just my thing. I'm going to do the 1 hour Patreon member shout out. What's it going to be? But I was blind. You cheated on me from behind, so on my own. I feel so far from home, but I know it's true. I'm still in love with you. I need a miracle. I wanna be your girl. Give me a chance to see that you were made for me. I need a miracle. Please let me be your girl. All right, everyone, please check out at HeyDavidOn, at King Mavs Forever over on the Twitter. Standoff Chart and King Mavs and ChaviCat5 over on the Veve app. Got Kobe Collection OMI Player 1 over on the YouTube. Got Wraithax.eth, which is a great domain name. Y'all should search that. You also got Powers Backs #1 over here, Kobe Collects down here, Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Tony Pop Media, Doug Gale, Charles Marco, Veve Darklink, and Veve Vibes, all on YouTube. At WetWizardVV, Gario1234CA3 on Twitter, DerekBride.com/pages/Veve-photography, and WoundedWarriorProject.org. Now, let me go in here. One last text message from him, saying, super valuable hearing your thoughts process. Well, thank you. Okay. There I am. Yep. Ready to catch a shot. Nope. Horse on Jupiter says, where's the price going this year, Andy? What is the holdup on the new exchanges? I thought we would have at least one in February. So, from what I can gather in my detective skills, is that they do not want what happened to OpenSea happening to with the coin and yeah. So what happened with OpenSea is that because of some back channels or backdoors in the smart contracts that weren't fully audited, people got hacked, information got leaked, and people had some really bad days. A lot of grief was had on OpenSea. Now, in order to prevent such a thing, it seems that Akomi is taking a lot of precautions to make sure that that doesn't happen, which is very, very good. I'm glad they're taking those precautions. And it seems that a lot of exchanges are under regulatory scrutiny. Binance specifically. Now, do we have Binance? Is that even in talks? I don't know. If I was CEO of Binance, I would want the one coin that is, what do you call it? I would want the one coin that is associated with Disney to be on my marketplace, to be on my exchange. But again, a lot of exchanges are under a lot of scrutiny for regulatory purposes. And again, I'm not saying this is the issue or this is the cause, but if Disney and anything that they're attached to doesn't do anything without their fleet of lawyers focusing on everything, like, and making sure everything's on the up and up, that might be a reason. Again, is that the real reason? I don't know. Or is that one of the reasons? I don't know. But I will say that there are reasons for it, and that's it. And it is good that they're paying attention to the reasons now as opposed to months down the line. You do not want to be where Ripple is. You do not want to be where XRP is, where they're fighting this lawsuit and it's not having good days. Now, where was I? The RPM 87 says, do you think that when OMI to NFT comes out, we could sell our collectibles for OMI? Yeah, 100%. Says perhaps we could avoid the 10% cash out fee that way. So that is one thing that I think would give this a lot of utility. And again, what better way to get people to use OMI than to just say like, hey, avoid the cash out fee by selling your collectibles for OMI. I think that'd be perfect. I think that'd be magnificent. When OMI to NFT comes out, and again, I have a lot of OMI on the app. Now, most of it will be used for land in the Veve. Most of it will be used for staking, and then also land in the Veveverse as well. I think that there'll be people like me, and maybe Dr. Profit, and maybe Brock McBlockchain, maybe people that have a lot of OMI, Mr. Pags, Henry Pagliuca, that'll be like, we're going to take some of our excess OMI as it goes up and just make it rain. Now, let's take a look at, go to my collectibles. I have 330 collectibles now, most of which is Alligator Lokis. But let's go to the info on this, and oh wow, it's actually gone up. It's $14.90 for a it's $14.90 for a secret rare Alligator Loki. How should I put this? If for some godforsaken reason this is the same price when we have OMI to NFT, and so it won't be. But let's just say in this one scenario that OMI's at 3 cents and Alligator Loki's still at $1,500. You think I'm not gonna sweep the freaking floor off this? Because again, we've seen where a lot of these collectibles were. You've seen Steamboat Willie. You've seen Alligator, like Spider-Man. Oh my heckin' goodness! Let's go to Spider-Man real quick. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Let's go to the brands. What's going to be Spider-Man, Marvel, Spider-Man, Marvel. All right, here's the Marvel, and we're gonna take a look at Spider-Man. And we go and we take a look at the secret rare. And there's 50 of them out there. It is $40,000. This is $39,900, but $40,000 for the Spider-Man. We've seen him at like 100,000 before. You'd think that I wouldn't take a little bit of my OMI that I have and just buy this if it was the same price. Now, obviously, as the price of OMI rises, the price of NFTs will certainly boom, especially when we get OMI to NFT. My fear, well, not fear, but is that OMI, let's say OMI goes, they have OMI to NFT by September, and let's say by that time, OMI is at 3 cents, and OMI has essentially 10x'd. My fear is that these collectibles, as we have, 8 million people by that time? My fear is that we go and the collectibles 20x, and it's like, okay, well, I should have just bought it when OMI was down. But I digress. That's just one of the scenarios that could happen. Amaratia says, will OMI go lower, do you think? Hoping to buy the bottom on this crash. I don't know. It could. It's possible. I mean, 0.0035 is pretty heckin' low. So I would... It could. This is... All right, let's see the price a year ago. Let's go to... Let's go to CoinGecko, all right? And, let's just go over a couple things. One of the things being that, price of OMI... What the heck? Why isn't it showing? Oh, overview. Let's go to max. And max meaning let's go to March. Oh no! Well, March of last year we were at, we were at a penny. March 31st we were at 1.2 cents. April, March. Well, actually, at 14 March, almost the Ides of March, but at 14 March, we were at 0.0071. So does anybody think that 51 weeks ago, we were a better project than we are right now? Let me ask that again. Does anyone here, all 111 of you, hi 112 of you, do any of you guys think that we were a better project last year? Or do you think that OMI has gotten worse since last year, this time last year, where we were essentially double of where we are right now? Because last year we didn't have Disney, we didn't have Marvel, we didn't have all these people buying all these coins, buying all these collectibles. This is like the craziest discount, like ever. Like this is stupid. This is not. Again, if I had a lot more money, I would be buying a lot more of these. I would. Moving on here. Again, when can this go lower? Sure. Short term, anything can happen. Russia, Ukraine could escalate. We can get cut in half again. We could see 0.0014. We'd see triple zeros again if an actual World War III breaks out. I don't think that'll happen, but been wrong before, so who knows? Big 1400 says, "Are we live, Randy? Can you see this? If so, I freaking love you, dude." Thanks, Big 1400. I'm sorry I'm getting to your comment 40 minutes late. I'm so sorry, but part of, I think, my charm is that I get back to everyone at some point. It might take 40 minutes, but I did see it. So yes, we are live. Wraithax with a $5 super chat saying, "Forgot to mention using E2 profit to buy more OMI." Again, look at Wraithax. When Loki sees this guy standing up to him, he's like, "We are not afraid of men like you." And Loki's like, "There are no men like me." And then he says, "There will always be men like you." And then Loki says, "Take a lesson from your elders, children," or whoever. Not that Wraithax is an elder or I'm his child or anything, but he's someone that is older, smarter, and more experienced, and he's look what he's doing. Buying more OMI. Moving on. Sonny Solomon says, "Great explanation on renting, bro. Thank you. Thank you for believing in me." Joey M says, "I regret big time not selling back in early February during all-time highs, but I'm a happy bag holder now. Ride or die, OMI homies. Ride or die." Yogurt says, "Just bought 1 million OMI to add to the bag on the dip. Get that bread, brother." Energy, what's going on? Sonny Solomon says, "Bro, what's your thoughts on interactive collectibles like DeLorean, etc. after Veveverse kicks in?" I'm very bullish. I'm very bullish on a lot of collectibles, but especially things that you could potentially drive around in. Just throwing that out there. And we got Aldous Havley with the super chat saying, "What up, R? Not selling anything. Too heckin' early." Agreed. Too heckin' early. Sinful Mile says, "I'm gonna wait till OMI bottoms out to dump 11,000 more dollars into it. I don't know when we're gonna bottom out. Could be 0.0025. Could be 1.8. Again, 3. Who knows?" Now, again, are people with a lot of money really gonna not buy OMI at 0.0025, at 0.0020? Even if it gets there, I don't know. I mean, I'd be happy. I mean, I've been buying since 0.008 last year, and it bought all the way down to 0.0014, bought all the way back up. Yeah. V-Curve says, can't fall for those ads. They're always fake, especially those camsters. Yeah, so a lot of people have been looking at, and that it was just weird that it had happened the same day that we had promo codes come on. So I was like, so I think that will happen in the future. I'm not ready to put that to bed just yet. Monarch MT says, Biden crypto executive order next week. This might have a lot more bad pressure on crypto than we initially thought. Maybe. I mean, it could be a positive thing for crypto. Be like, oh, the government tells us that we shouldn't do something. Bye. Again, we'll have to see what happens next week. Raven says, do you believe Aston Secret Rare will beat the price of Todd? There are only 400 available to the public, so it has the IP and the scarcity. I was talking about this the other day with one of my girlfriend's brothers, or my girlfriend. I have one girlfriend, but she has two brothers. Anyway, I was talking to both of them about it. That Gucci and yes, there's going to be people that want things just for the label. Oh, it's Gucci. Oh, it's Louis Vuitton. Oh, it's Aston Martin, and they're going to get it just for the name, whether they like it or not. Now, don't get me wrong, it's freaking cool. I want it because it's cool, but people are going to be like, oh, it's an Aston Martin. I don't want it. And there's not that much of them. Although Aston Martin has been dipping. They've both been dipping. Let's take a look at these prices here. Let's go to the drops, because this drop was recent. Excuse me. 317 for sale. Oh no, that's the old one. All right, here we go. Here we go now. Okay, that one's got nothing for sale. All right, this one, 77 in the market, and 5,700. Okay, so there's 77 market and 5,700. Only 507 of them. And then, yeah, and this is not like a designer con thing. Oh, 888 of them. Let's get it. And these people at Designer Con, great artists, super talented. So happy to meet a couple of them. But they're not Aston Martins. They're not Aston Martin. So let's go to the brands and let's go to the Batman Black and White and see what the Todd is currently. 6,500. It's gonna be hard. That is gonna be hard. I'm not 100% sure yet. And there's so few of them. I think it would have to take a lot of people going into the app, because a lot of people, like, let's say in their 40s, maybe they don't. That's hard. Because a lot of the rich people that would want, maybe it might even be too inexpensive for them. It might even be like, not interested. Well, I don't know. That's a coin flip. I don't know which one would go higher. I do think the Todd will hit extraordinarily high in the future. Again, but that's years away. I don't know. Would you have the Aston Martin? That's only 500. I think the Aston Martin. Yeah, if I'm gonna put money on it, gun to my head, Aston Martin probably this year. Yeah. Now, where was I? Ginferno, what's going on? Howdy. Ted D says, will unload a truckload of dry powder if OMI dips below 0.003. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I hope whatever you do it safely. Sinful Mile says, if you can't get an NFT, get more OMI. My man. Super Duper Hank says, I really wish a lot more people would write good reviews about Veve. 5 stars. I have a 5-star review on there because it's great. Ryu says, tough time never lasts. Only tough people last. Get it. DJ DS says, do you see yourself holding Veve NFTs for 10 years or more? Well, yes. Short term, I might have to sell for taxes, but again, long term, as OMI goes up, especially Pokemon, like, especially if OMI goes up to like, let's say by 2024, we have like 50 cents, which I expect us to be a lot higher. Definitely by 2020. All right, let's say 2026. Let's just say screw it. Even at 10 cents, and I'm a deca millionaire, why do I need to sell my collectibles for $10,000 if I have if I have 30 times that? Because 10x would be, I'm sorry, 300. All right, so 10x would be 100,000. 100x would be a million. So why would I need to sell collectibles for $10,000 if I have 1,000x that sitting in OMI? At that point, there'd be no need to sell. I'd actually buy more because that's just a form of diversity. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would also buy other crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Polygon, Cero. Yeah, I'd buy a bunch of these. I mean, at that point, where do you store your wealth? It's a lot of freaking money. I don't know. Well, I'll keep you posted. But yeah, the more money I make, or the higher OMI goes, the less incentive I have to sell the NFTs because, what you don't need the money for it. Anthony Rodriguez says it's funny how people complain that they can't get anything yet on the market is down, and some of the NFTs are below retail value. Yeah, I know, it's nuts. Jojo said, "Oh, we were at 0.0034. We touched that. Some people are getting some good buys here." Ariel Druin, what's going on? Says, "Can't wait for gamification on Veve. Play to earn OMI. Let's get this right." I don't know if we would get that. I don't know. We'll have to see. SWFL Resale says, "How to find valuable land in Earth 2, like as of today? Do you only buy new land, or what's the strategy?" I mean, if you want to take some land, like if a country drops on a certain day, like say, oh, hey, we're releasing like Bermuda, we're releasing America Samoa, we're releasing whatever, like Saudi Arabia, yeah, absolutely, buy as soon as you can. But the other value of land, it's gonna be tier 1 land, tier 1, class 1, maybe class 2, and also megacities, like buying Chavez-topia. There's going to be several people that are going to be actively working on their megacities. Me being one of them. I would like to bet on myself, but we shall see. Jack Long says, "Real Randy, thoughts on Dragon Girl set? Good pickup, or are there better picks?" She's not my cup of tea. I think she'll be great decoration in the Veveverse. Like I have Dashi here. I think if you walk in and instead of seeing a Dashi, you see a Dragon Girl. Hey, nice Dragon Girl. Nice, naked, living art. Yeah, it's cool. I can dig it. But yeah, for me, there'd be other picks, I think. Verena Kruger says, "Do you day trade OMI or just let it roll?" I just let it roll. I'm too scared to day trade. If I were to try to day trade, I would not do well. Jesse Trade says, "I bought the dip 5 dips ago. We out of cheddar for this dip." Well, yeah, same. Aldous Havley, thank you for the super chat, saying, "OMI FUD is to investors' benefit. The lower it goes, the more you can buy, and the more burns there are. Lagging benefit will be massive. I just keep buying and don't look back, like Amazon or Tesla. Might never sell." You brought up a really good point about burns. Let's take a good at our good friend Puddin' Cheeks burn chart and see where we are. Let me refresh that. X out of that. Oh my god, I'm going to X out of that. X out of that, and that, and that. Probably should not have X out of that. Okay. So we had... Oh wow, we had $1 million go into the app on March 5th. Not bad, not bad. Let's see what we got here. That was actually the first time we had $1 million go onto the app in March. So, huzzah for March 5th. Outside of that, only a little over $500,000 went in yesterday. But the OMI, oh my god, we burned 594 million OMI on the 5th. That's $500 million OMI, that's ridiculous. This is nuts. Sparta! That's great. We had so much there. So it does seem like minimum of once, but sometimes twice a week, we have a big day where we burn a whole bunch of OMI. Now let's go back. How far back does this go? Well, let's just go back to January. From December 31st to January 6th, we actually didn't have a day where we burned that much. So disregard on that. But from January 7th to January 13th, we had 3 days where we had over 100 million OMI burn. From January 14th to January 20th, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days where we had 100 million OMI burn or more. From the 21st to the 27th, we had 1, 2, 3 days where we had an OMI burn of 100 million or more. When we had the 28th to the February 2nd, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 7 days had 100 million. So, but there, it seems to be that at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, we happen to have those. And, this week was no different. We had 500 million OMI burn on the 5th, which is heckin' nuts. Which is equivalent to $2.4 million being burned. Do you know how insane that is? Let me repeat that again. On the 5th, we had the equivalent of $2.4 million burn into thin air. Like it's nothing. Like it's heckin' nothing. Last time, there's even where there's and we only had $1.1 million go onto the app. On the 26th, we had $2 million go onto the app, but we only had $1.7 million worth of stuff burning. And we had less of an OMI burn total. So very, very bullish on a lot of these things. On a lot of these things coming out here. Aldous Havley, super chat. Hang on. Dang, we're still averaging 1 billion OMI per week burn in 2022. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. It's a great time to be alive. Sinful Mama says, would you trade OMI on Veve app for USD? Might be cheaper to do than most layered conversion to wallet. I don't know if you'd be able to do that. Sell OMI for US. I don't know if you'll be able to do that. Unless they become an exchange, and they say, oh hey, and they could become a bank if they wanted to. I'm pretty sure. Bank charter? Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, if you have OMI and somebody else has USDT and they want to sell it like that, yeah, I'm sure you could do that. Omar Kasaja says, looks like Ghost Rider comic is going to stay around 50 for the common. Good for that. Good for Ghost Rider. Love Ghost Rider. Terry Jones says, check my Weeble account. Free stock I got went up 10x. More OMI. Dude, good for you, man. That's what I should do. I should get like a Weeble thing. Like, hey, check your stock, get a free stock, something like that. That'd be great. Park East Music says, that cheeseburger looked delicious. Oh, dude, that cheeseburger's great. All right, so we went there on Saturday. We went there on Saturday afternoon, me and the girlfriend. And then we decided to go out that night for dinner with her brother and her brother's wife. And I was like, guys, so she wanted someplace that had live music. They wanted someplace that they knew it would be good. I was like, and the drinks were good, because we're calling every place. Not everyone had live music. We didn't know the menus of other places and the reviews. Like, guys, we know a place that has great food. We know it has live music. And we know the drinks are good. Those were strong Long Islands. And we didn't go there. Now, I got, some mozzarella on, like, this bread. I had a good meals wherever I went. I had a good time wherever I went. But I know this weekend was about the girlfriend, but I still think about that mac and cheese bun. That was like that is why the rest of the world hates us, because we have the greatest kitchen concoctions ever. Deep fried mac and cheese buns. I can't stop. Okay, all right, I gotta move. All right, Poba G says, me, you, Taps, VV Vision, Crypto, Pro, Vault, Kobe Collects, Dino Lang, Andrew Ellis, any other VV creators are invited. Ukraine charity live stream. Only super chat donations, thoughts. I would like to think. Actually, Poba G, I've been meaning to contact you. Message me on Twitter. I gotta have you on the stream at some point here. I think, Poba, we should probably do that, but it would have to be. People have to realize that for us to do that, if somebody super chats like $100. The person that they super chat to only gets like maybe 70%, maybe not even 70% of that super chat. and then they have to pay taxes on. Although you do donate that to charity, so that is a good write-off. It'd be hard, but I would have to. Yeah, I would have to say, try to do something like that. Because again, Earth 2 was looking at doing a lot of donations, and I think other metaverses will step up as well. I think Sandbox would do it. I think Decentraland would do it. I even think Veve would do it if we. I don't, to my knowledge, nobody's told them like, hey, we should do this, but I just think that on their own, they'll probably have something anyway. Just because, again, they're very David Yu's job is to be innovator. You know, I assume that he knows that Earth 2 has done that, and he'll again, if I was a betting man, which I am from time to time, name that movie, I would bet that other metaverses, including Veve, would go and do a certain type of like a donation day. Like, hey guys, any OMI that's donated, or I mean whatever, send here and we'll donate. So something like that. I don't know. We'll have to maybe it's something to bring up to him. Patty Stack says president is supposed to sign an executive order on crypto this week. Whole thing gonna dip? It's very possible. It could. It could dip. We don't know. I bit my tooth. All right, moving on. Sinful Mala says, so this year we have OMI to NFT exchanges, Veveverse, Burns, and maybe the P word. Not sure if this will be enough to bring us back to 0.008. I'm positive it will. I'll leave my reaction there. Jojo says we're at 0.0033. Oh man, maybe I should go buy more. I can't, man. I can't. I don't have it. I guess we were at 0.0034 right now. 341. A lot of sell orders. Decent amount of buy orders too, though. A nice $10 million buy order in here, or 10 million OMI buy order. Sinful Model says if NFT is 20x, that's like too much growth at once. I mean, again, it wouldn't happen overnight. It would be slow and steady. EcoWatch Solutions is Blackjack plus 24 in AC. Love Blackjack. Love AC. Sinful Model says, like OMI can grow forever, but NFTs, I don't think will grow at the same rate. Maybe Spidey Secret Rare, but most will boom, but maybe not boom ever again as hard. OMI can boom, 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 and still boom. It's a fair point. That's why I have most of my money in OMI and not NFTs, although I do still have a good amount in NFTs. And Jerry Clough says World War III equals boom, boom economy. Oh my god. Monarch NFT says, is NFT to OMI going to be a taxable event? Yeah, it would have to be. I would imagine. If so, it's going to be a huge problem for users that don't know how that works. I mean, when Coinbase has it, Coinbase sends you a 1099. I can only assume that Veve would have something similar. Just my opinion. Justin says maybe that's NATO and World Economic Forum plans, since they did say you will own nothing by 2030. Oh my god. Don't trust government. Don't ever trust government. Ow, my body. Sinful Models, I think we're gonna bottom out soon because we fall faster than we climb. Good point. Jerry Clough says boom boom bang bang, lie down. Pink Floyd. Monarch NFT says there's not much liquidity for OMI also, so don't hope for such huge dips. This is something I forget myself when I'm looking at the chart. I mean, we've already dipped quite a lot already. But yeah, let's check I haven't checked the actual volume here. 3.4 million in volume. Not a ton. Not a lot at all. Sinful Mama says luxury brands work differently than regular goods. And it's Veblen good, maybe, but Aston Martin is tied to James Bond. But it's not physical, and luxury brands care about controlling the price. That's fair. Terry Jones' tax strategies for cashing out, crypto in general. I don't. HODL for a year or more so that you get taxed less is what I would do. I'm not saying any financial advice though. Sinful Model says luxury brands have been known to burn excess stock because Veve controls the Aston Martin. It's harder to control, and there's no exclusive list you wait for to get the privilege to buy an Aston Martin. Fair point. Good point. Also, Aston Martin isn't a Rolls Royce. Also a good point. TMOC 77 says, When all the reserve wallet is burned and the buybacks occur, is there an upper limit that OMI token could reach? OMI be deflationary, but surely there must be a limit to the OMI token price. I mean, am I Lindsay Lohan in Mean Girls? Because the limit does not exist. What did, not Guidebook Gaming, what did Death Battle say when they were talking about, Superman versus Goku? Well, you have Goku who always surpasses his limits, but then you have Superman that has no limits. He's as strong as he needs to be. And yeah, Goku is as strong as he needs to be also, but I still like him better. And anyway, I digress. I mean, what gets crazy? I mean, by 2030, I was talking with Fanny, probably not 2030. $10 OMI is, if we have 200 billion OMI, that's a $2 trillion market cap. That's not a lot considering what year we would be in. We would be in the year 2030. That's so long away. And I get it. People that are 60 years old says, listen, 8 years is nothing. Because they've lived quite a long time. I mean, 8 years is still a lot, but talk to people that have been in the military for like 10 years. Like, 10 years came and went real quick. Tell people that are 38, that are retired from the military, been in for 20 years, like 20 years came and went. Ask anyone that's 30 years old where their 20s went. 10 years came and went like that. So I mean, what price is too ridiculous? I mean, is a $5 trillion market cap ridiculous? That would put us at $25 per OMI. It's a $10 trillion market cap. That'd be a $25. That is obviously nuts, and I don't expect that to happen. It's not right away, but we could burn more than that. We could burn 150. We could have 150 billion tokens, and $10 is only $1.5 trillion in 2030, which I know it sounds like a lot now, and it is, but by 2030, it's probably going to be a lot more. Yeah. Moving on. So yeah, upper limit. I don't know. I don't know if there is an upper limit price. Jojo says OMI Whale is selling 100 million on Ascendex. Damn. They do be selling. I don't know why. I think that's just a fake. I think that's a fake out. Aldous Havley says we're still averaging $1 billion per week in 2022. I'll burn to that. Cheers to that, mate. Monarch NFT says best strategy is don't sell or trade tops when you don't have enough funds on the side for taxes. Just hold and cash out when rich. Agreed. Aldous Havley says burned. Monarch NFT says short-term capital gains will only get worse with taxes. Oh god, yeah, those are awful. Short-term, horrendous. I have a huge tax bill already. It's like 120 grand. Mark Medina says, where do you prefer to store your OMI? On an exchange, Trust Wallet, or Veve app? Trust Wallets are usually my best bet. Those are the ones that they're secure, they're safe. X-Force says, or Cold Wallet or OMI Wallet? I wish I had an OMI Wallet. Cold Wallet, I kind of dabbled with once, but got kind of scary. X-Force says, yo, that'd be lit to get PobaG on here. He's so under... Yeah, dude, PobaG is probably the most underrated Veve YouTuber. Like, please tell him I said that. He doesn't need to hear. I will just message him. Actually, I'll message him right now. I'm going to go. PobaG. All right, let's get that bread. Let's get it. Hey, when are you free next week? All right, I'm gonna message him. Moving on. Yeah, he's underrated. Has so much knowledge. X-Force says, shout out to the young buck, PobaG. Y'all should definitely give the future Veve content creator a follow. Yeah, totally should. He's great. Donna Pop says, why doesn't Veve do an NFT to support Ukraine? I suggested it on the app chat. It would be win-win for Veve. Word would spread quick. We would pick up more users and Ukraine would win. Crazy. what what app chat? Let me know what app chat. Like the group Telegram group. Let me know because yeah, that could be. I don't know what NFT. I mean, I don't know what NFT they would do. But yeah, put a portion of the proceeds, large portion probably. Yeah, that'd be great. Omar Kazaja says you should try to reach Foster to reach Slumdoge Millionaire to see if he can do a podcast with you. I mean, we are fairly cut from the same cloth. I think that Fanny actually mentions him on her radio show as well. As what are your thoughts on executive order that Biden will sign this week on crypto? It's just noise. I mean, it'll be used as FUD, and a lot of crypto will probably go down. But I mean, what happens when Democrats say they want to take away guns? Like more guns are sold that week than any other. Like I have this sneaking suspicion that Democrats and NRA are kind of in cahoots. Oh, like I can picture Obama being like, "Oh, Mr. NRA president is the United States president. I'll say that we want to take their guns away. You give me, like 5% of the proceeds. Deal, sir. Deal, Mr. President, sir." And Obama's like, "We cannot have guns on the street anymore, hurting our children." And then suddenly, when all the NRA members are like, they're going to take away our guns, and they buy everything, it's like, we're going to take away ammo so that these gun nuts cannot go and restock their guns with said ammunition. We're going to buy all the ammo. And then suddenly, what happens? I just have that sneaking suspicion. Anyway, I got a super chat coming in from Ernie Malas saying, "Hope all is good. Been traveling. Bought several secret rare today at great prices. Get rich in 2024. Buy OMI now." I'm going to go and read this for my followers that says, "Hope all is good. Been traveling. Bought several secret rare today at great prices." That is secret rare NFTs on the Veve app. Get rich in 2024. Buy OMI now. Not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. Sorry, I'm so ugly. I had a close up. You go to my story. All right, I'm going to sending. Okay, sending. Okay, go into the YouTube, Xing out of that. While I have people here, I will go on and say, if everyone could go in, oh God, I'm not here. Come on. All right, if everyone could go in and smash that like button one more time until we get to 100, that'd be heckin' amazing. Moving on here. Where was I? TMOC says, "My point with an upper limit to the OMI token price is surely we could never reach $100 or 1,000 OMI. Surely, probably not. So much. Yeah, probably not. I mean, I think the only way that would happen is if there was a figure. If we stay, let's say, and most likely this will not happen, but in this example that I'm giving to you right now, is that let's say we don't have exchanges for whatever reason until next year, and we have OMI to NFT, let's say in September. Okay, well we have October, November, December, where we have, let's say, 10 million users on the app. So let's do some math here, and the price stays the same. So 10 million users, and let's say, what did we have over the last couple of... Get out of here, Twitter. I don't care about you. Oh my God, Twitter, I hate you. And we're burning right now an averaging of 1 billion per week. Let's say we only 4x that, and I burn 4 billion OMI per week, right? And we multiply that by times, let's say 12, let's say 13 weeks, and we burn 52 billion OMI. Jesus, man. And that's from the circulating supply. Right, I'm doing that right? Right? Aldous Havley said. Where was that? Yeah, still averaging 1 billion burn per week in 2022. So when we have 4x the amount of people, and the price is the same, and this is just for Q4. That's 4 billion per week times 13 weeks in Q4. That's 52 billion OMI burn. So, and that's from the circulating supply, because we will have OMI to NFT later this year. I'm thinking by September. So and that comes from the circulating supply. That is, Jesus, that's ridiculous. That is, I can't even. Like, am I a white girl at parties? I can't even right now. That's insane. Thank you guys for 90 likes. That means the world. And burning 52 billion. So let's say 312 billion to start, 52 billion OMI. So let's say that's 260 billion that we would have left in the circulating supply by the end of the year. And let's say we do that each quarter. Let's say another 52 billion. So we have 208 billion by the start of Q2 next year. And again, that's if we don't have exchanges, but I'm very positive we'll have exchanges in the next couple of months. Again, but in that scenario, if we don't have exchanges for another year, we literally go, yes, that would be insane. Moving on. DeLargo says, today I pay my Airbnb, all set for New York City. Get this bread. I love this game. Jojo says, it's not a fake out 100 million transfer into Ascendex 2 hours ago. We started dumping around 2 hours ago. Oh, so they, if anyone could show me some sell orders that have been filled, that'd be great. That'd be a good video. Donna Pap says, on the app. Oh, you've mentioned it on like the feed on Veve. Gotcha. Or else says OMI's not. Yeah, a lot of crypto's been taking a hit. It's a good time to buy. Such as Ernie Malas says, hope all is good. Been traveling, Ernie. I hope all of your travels are filled with wonder and imagine and stuff like that. But you bought several secret rare today at great prices. Get rich in 2024. Buy OMI now. Not financial advice from Ernie Malas, or maybe it is. I don't know. I would say that there's a lot of people here that can take advantage of this. It's gonna be insane. Moving on here. And Jim Rand says that Jojo, who transferred that? Was it Ben? And it could have been. I don't know. All right, no, you got to quit being negative, brother. So no negativity on there. Monarch Teases, politicians in general, bro. Yeah, nobody likes politicians. Yogurt says, bro, you are severely misinformed about Dems. I actually was I used to follow politics like a crazy person. Obviously what I said before was a joke, but yeah, no, I don't want to say, back in the day, I was like the political guy at the party. A staunch libertarian, followed Rand Paul. I voted for Joe Jorgensen, libertarian. I voted for Gary Johnson back in the day, libertarian. I think that, and again, I don't want to get too political here. I do think that I like some things that the right likes to side with. I like fiscally conservative economic policy, and I love guns. But I also like some things that the left likes. Like, I happen to think that certain chemicals that one puts into their body are fine. And yes, I'm talking about whether it's smoking it, it's inhaling it, whatever. I'm fine with that. And I'm also fine with, I haven't been to a gay wedding yet, but I hope to, because I have a lot of gay friends. So yeah, I see both sides of certain views of theirs, but for the most part, most politicians are very corrupt, bad liars, and I just want freedom and truth in my country. So, moving on. Omar says, would you ever do a podcast with Staying Alpha? I don't think I'm 100% sure I know who Staying Alpha is. I know I've heard the name a lot, but I do a podcast with mostly anybody just to get to know them. Jerry Cloud says, no kidding. Yeah. Justin says politicians and media are fear-mongering Ukraine. I mean, that's the weapon they have, is fear. Yep. Monarch NMC says politicians are crooked, period. Agreed. Jerry Cloud says we know why they'll want to get guns to get their way. Yeah, so, I mean, listen, former military man, I like guns. I like, that's just me. And I don't really consider myself right or left. I'm right on some issues. I'm left on some issues, but I like I like freedom of choice and freedom of information. TMO says, do you feel at risk being so heavily in OMI as opposed to having a diverse portfolio? I mean, I feel it now because we're down a lot. I've lost like 600 something thousand dollars, but on the whole, I think it'll benefit at some point. I just don't know when. Did I expect it to benefit now? Yeah, absolutely. But um, it's just another test, shaking out paper hands again. And I don't mean paper hands as like a dig, as in people that are selling, because some people need to sell for taxes, and unfortunately, it's like the worst time to sell. But people are doing it. It tends to happen in the months before tax season. But yeah, this is the last time I'm going all in on any one thing. I will heavily diversify as we go up. Justin says it's all parties. They want us all divided. I think parties are different. Yes, a lot of parties want us divided. Jojo says, not sure whose wallet it is. Jerry Carlos says, because you intimidate the. I mean, I think so, Jerry. I think I don't know. Well, I'm pretty sure I know what. I'm sure you don't like guns, but if you, Jerry, if you've never fired a gun before, if you've never held a gun, I would like to take you to a shooting range. Um, there's a lot of women that I know that never liked guns until they held one, until they learned about them and fired them, and they're like, oh, actually, yeah, I kind of like it. Um, there's a beautiful segment on BoJack Horseman where this woman Diane, she's a blogger, and she puts out like starting it off as quote like, if you're a man, you're not gonna get it. You never feel unsafe, you never feel whatever, like, you always feel like you have control. But as a woman, we never get this feeling. It was only until I had a gun that I felt powerful enough and I felt confident walking down the street late at night, middle of the day. Like, she's going on and on, end quote. Um, so I think a lot of people really go and have this misconception of guns because they're used in combat. They're like they are made for, well, multiple purposes, but some people use them for a single bad purpose. Um, I mean, I look at what's happening with Ukraine right now. Where they're being invaded by an opposing force. Why haven't you seen people try to invade mainland USA? That like you can't. There's so many people that got like, even if the rest of the world wanted to, like, let's say Canada turned on us and Mexico turned on, and the rest of the world says we're going to invade mainland USA, we're going to drive in tanks from Canada and from Mexico and whatever. Good heckin' luck invading from Mexico when you have Texas right there. Like that is a deterrent. Um, so yeah, I like them just because I like them. I've used them a lot. Comfortable with them, and not everyone. I haven't used all the guns, but I'm qualified and uh, pretty well versed on a few, especially the ones that I've grown accustomed to. Jim Ryan's the price is high for OMI right now. It's up 1,200%. I mean, yeah, the price is up a lot since a year or two ago, but it is down considering where we were at in the past. Da, da, da. Jerry Claus, we live under the Constitution. We aren't supposed to be all that different. Yeah, that's true. We aren't supposed to be. I mean, I think Meowth said it best, where he says, we breathe the same air, we have the same moon, the same sky, and dude, Pokemon is so good. Meow says, if we start looking at what's the same instead of what's different, well, who knows? Pokemon knew, man. They knew how to get to you, knew how to give us lessons. Patrick James, hashtag raw dating advice, says, what are your thoughts on some rumors that buybacks are no longer happening? Neither here nor there for me. They don't. If let's say it was confirmed that, hey, no buybacks are going to happen, that's not a big, like, they were never going to have a huge impact on the price. So I am okay, if they wanted to use their money elsewhere. Just my opinion. It says D's and R's aren't supposed to be all that different. Yeah, I don't think we. I mean, let's say does anyone still talk to their neighbors? If you, like, my landlord, who has made a couple of guest appearances on here, um, I don't know what political affiliation he is. We've never talked about it. Not to say that I'm not interested in politics. I am, but I think if you just if you talk to your neighbors, or you talk to people like in the grocery store, or you talk to like I remember I was chatting with this woman online today at the grocery store, um, and I was like, it was a really long line, and I wanted one thing. I wanted my grilled chicken, and I was just saying like, hey, I wish these stores would have like Venmo or Cash App where I could just like scan the ad. It would basically be a check out yourself thing, which there were 6 of those already happening. And she's like, yeah, these lines are terrible. And then she's like, but I don't know what that is. Like, she was an older woman. She's like, she didn't use Cash App or Venmo. She didn't know what it was. Like, oh, it's just a way to wirelessly transfer money from one place to another. It's like, oh, like a credit card. I was like, yeah, kind of like that. You just have it on your phone. And she's like, oh, that's like, there was no, yeah, the lady was probably a Republican. Or maybe not. I don't know. But either way, it's you just talk to people. Like, it's amazing. There's been next to no politics in Veve. It's just been like, hey, we like this collectible. People bonding over Batman. People bonding over whatever. Obviously, I may or may not have lost a couple of viewer subscribers by saying that I just tend to be in the middle of a lot of things, and I like libertarian type of stuff. But again, that's just my opinions on that. And I would say, yeah, if we all just, I think, like I've said before, at the end of the day, I think all people want to do is listen to good music and have a few drinks with friends and just love one another. Um, I think it doesn't really matter who you are, left or right. I think it gets really crazy when it's like you start to impose your will on others. Like, okay, that's maybe not so cool. But moving on here. Milestone Rant says, someone give Darnell a hug, homie in the darkness. Yeah, we should. Arya Malaf says, LMAO needs more than a hug. Oh! Yogurt says, Jerry, no sense in trying to explain. Obviously, sort of brainwashing. I mean, there's brainwashing on both sides. Like, if you watch nothing but like right wing news and read right wing newspapers, like, and let's say your parents are super right wing, you're probably going to grow up being right wing. But if you're raised in a super, like, here's some MSNBC and here's, go to this liberal college, and, well, chances are, you're probably gonna have a crazy haircut, dye your hair blue, and say, a bunch of, like, again, there's brainwashing on both sides. It happens. Blah, blah, blah. Patty Stack says, do you know anything about the marketing campaign OMI won from that BitForex Cup? I wonder what that entails. I actually don't. I feel like that had never been mentioned again. Like, we won, but what benefits did we receive? I don't know. Although BitForex did say, when they were talking about OMI, that they had been marketed even before the cup. They had said that they wanted to go or they didn't say, they just advertised on Twitter like, hey, anyone looking to buy OMI? No, look no further. Buy BitForex. And to me, that was just a science. And like, oh, they know that other exchanges are coming, and they're getting that nut in while they can. They're going in. They're like, yeah, give me all your OMI customers, because they know that once it's on other major, larger exchanges, almost no one's going to go to BitForex anymore. Jerry Cloud says, just want them to know that I know. Dane Martin says, started off with a 1 million OMI goal. WT? I don't know what WT is, but I'm glad you had a goal. I hope you achieve that goal, and your goal is even further beyond. Dave Martin says, with these prices going down, who knows what's going to be possible? Loving the dip. # burn it all. Fire. Jerry Claw says, libertarians are all conservatives. I mean, in some things, fiscally conservative, but again, libertarians are pretty left on certain issues, especially when it comes to the grass. Jerry Claus says he never voted liberal. Who didn't? Jerry Claus says love guns. Yeah, I love guns. I think they're great. Yeah. Justin says criminals only buy their guns legally. Oh, ha 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 ha. I get it. Says a lot of Republicans are pro-drug now. Are they? Good. I've seen tons of research having psilocybin mushrooms be used to treat PTSD and depression. And there's a good amount of my friends that have a lot of PTSD from being in the military, And, you know, if psilocybin... Now, granted, the amount of psilocybin that they would be taking would be microdoses. They wouldn't be, like, eating a fistful of mushrooms and being like, I see God! Like, they wouldn't be doing that. It would be, you know, microdosing, and it supposedly helps treat depression. Definitely talk to your doctor, talk to where, you know, there's not medical advice, not a medical advisor. But it's good. I'm glad certain types, especially medicinal drug use, is being looked at differently nowadays. My son Ranch is laughing. Derek Clouds criminals by stolen guns stolen from suburban voters. What? Buyers arrest. Back to OMI, Veve, LOL. Civil Miles says, going to a gay wedding is so 2015. Go to a gay polygamy marriage between 3 men. Never been to that either, but I would totally love to. I'm trying to think. There's nobody I'm offending right now that I've gone to their wedding that happened to be a gay wedding. I don't think so. I remember in 2015 where it was at a libertarian party it was called Pork Fest. It was a libertarian like camping week that we all did. There was this girl Buzz, fantastic woman, that was a contractor, that she's a lesbian, and she threw on these amazing dance parties the end of every week. And I think it was 2015, on the day that they had legalized gay marriage federally, was the day of Buzz's big gay dance party, and we all went heckin' nuts. It was great. It was a great party. It was like, so it wasn't a gay wedding, but it was like one of the best parties that I've ever been to. Super fantastic. Moving on. Terry Jones says, me no follow politics. Oops, I mean politics. Ha ha ha. Yoga says, I don't understand the gun thing. People don't want to take your guns away. They want screening for mental health issues. Yes, screening for mental health issues should be a very, very... That should be much more. I agree with that. Because that's all... You have to stop listening to Fox talking points. I mean, I listen to everybody, but I just don't trust government. I don't care who's in office. Whatever they say on TV, they probably mean another thing. So like I said, I don't care who's in office. Buy guns and ammo every year. I do not care. But yeah, I like I said, I also don't think that anyone would ever really want to take our guns away. I think even for Dems, that is just a talking point, just to get the people that are scared, just to get that vote. Monogamous politicians have been around since ancient Egypt. Anyone notice any world change ever since? There's been a ton of world changes. I don't know if it's about politics, though. Yoga says, I own plenty of guns. No one took it away from me, and I live in New Jersey, which is the most strict... Yeah. So, there was in like 2017, a bunch of my friends became like felons overnight because they had bump stocks. And it's weird that Trump was the one that banned the bump stocks. But he banned the bump stocks, and then like a bunch of my friends that had it was like, oh, Chavez, we're going to need your storage facility. And I was like, you're not putting illegal stuff in my storage facility. So I gave it to him. I told him to go to my friend's storage facility. And I don't know what ever happened with that. To my knowledge, I don't know what ever happened with that. I think that, I don't know. It wasn't in my name, so I digress. Monarch NFTs, thank God for crypto. Heyo, thank God for crypto. Alright, so Truth Monarch. General 69 says, they don't want to take them away. They want to make it near impossible to own them. Good point. Alright, so crypto is supposed to be impervious to politics. No big brother. Heck yeah. Honestly, once OMI goes to the moon, it doesn't really matter. Once OMI goes, it's not gonna, like, politics who? What? I don't care. I'm crazy rich. You know, everyone's gonna be so heckin' rich. I have one more Patreon member shout out, and then I'll do the rest of the comments, and then, Okay, sorry, just getting a stretch here. I drank a whole protein shake before I went live, so I kind of have to pee, but I'm gonna go, stretchies. What's it gonna be here? Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Okay, everyone, check out at HeyDavidDonna, at KingMavs Forever over on Twitter. Check out Stand Up Chart King Mavs and ChubbyCat5 over on the Veve app. Kobe Collection, OMI Player 1 over on the YouTube. Wraithax.eth is a cool domain name. Y'all should search that. Powers Vex number 1 over here. Kobe Collects down here. Wendy Wilson. Kyle Willson. Wendy Stibalis. If Wendy and Kyle got married, she'd be Wendy Wilson. Or he'd be Kyle Stibalis. Anyway, Twin Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Tap Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sony Pop Media, The Gale, Charles Merkel, Veve Darklink, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube. At Wet Wizard Veve and Gario at 1234CA3 on the Twitter. DerekBrad.com/pages/Veve-photography and WoundedWarriorProject.org. Other places y'all should check out. Now, before I get back to this, let's do some hydration. Hydration there. Milestone says, unlikely, but it's the idea. There was I think you're wrong about that, man. People either like guns or they don't. I have guns because I've had many years of experience as a Marine. Oh, Sergeant! Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. I feel, I mean, just in my personal experience, there's some people that I knew that didn't like guns, just, they're afraid of them, they didn't know anything about it, and then they use them, like, oh, hey, they like them. But again, that's just this experience that I had with a couple of certain people. Terry Jones says, Texans would be itching for that to happen. Simple Miles says, funny quotes. Donald J says, there is no buyback. I guess not. Jojo says, in good news, OMI Whale removed 401 million OMI from the BitForex wallet. Interesting. Nice. Kelly Boydreau says, your guns are no match when Canadians send a maple syrup missile. Sticky firing pins everywhere. That's a good point. That's a good point. It'd be annoying to... I'm just trying to see if I can mentally rework. Honestly, I forget. I'm trying to remember how to take apart an M16 or an M4, and I forget how to do it. It's been a while. Omar Kazad is saying Alpha will be a great person to talk to because he's doing very well in OpenSea and many other projects. He's into Veve and OMI deep. He shared a lot that helped he and Earth 2 mastery. All right, let's take a look at this staying Alpha. There's a decent chance that I'm probably following him already, but staying Alpha. We don't follow each other yet, but I'll take a screenshot of this guy, and I'll go and shoot him a message at some point. Moving on here. Just says that's why there's trolls farms. They know the power of strife. Oh, there's troll farms. They know the power of strife. Sinful Mao says as long as BitForex stays no KYC, I'll go to them always. Rudy G says hola Randy, hola senor, K-Tao. Sinful Mao says imagine growing up in a libertarian household only to become an authoritarian. Irony. Soham Nathwani says, how exactly is circulating supply supposed to shrink after the reserve wallet is over? Well, the reserve wallet doesn't even need to be over for it to shrink. They just need to give it utilities. Like, hey, you can buy this with OMI. You could buy land with OMI. You could buy X amount of things with OMI. And people will be like, oh, okay. And that's how it'll shrink. Alan Montes says, I love psilocybin. Definitely helps when depressed to gain a new perspective on things. I think so too. But again, not medical advice. Yogurt says, OMI is at 0.00338. I'm gonna buy more. Get that bread! Get it! Superstar Money says, I own OMI and have no idea what the price is. Checking back when Veve is mainstream. Fair point. Yeah, I mean, that's what a couple of the whales I know do. And again, not that they gave up on the project, they're just not as heavily involved as they were. They're not watching every YouTube video. They're not checking the price constantly. They're just out living their best life, and they come to check in every couple weeks, every month. Any new updates? There's the updates. Okay, cool. Thanks. See you in a couple weeks. Fair point. Yoga says, nothing happened. All you had to do was replace with a fixed stock, bro. Oh, no, I get it. But they had happened to have those things, and that's why the whole thing happened. Crazy Dan 420 says, I live in Canada and have a restricted gun license. I legally own handguns, hunting rifles, and a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun. Most importantly, I also have thousands of rounds of ammo. Peace to all. Heyo, Crazy Dan 420. We love you. Wes with the $1.99 super chat. Whose OMI will be burned from the circulating supply? It's anyone who uses it. Like if I go and... Because again, I have a lot of OMI on the app. So first off, in order to get to that $50,000 staking tier, you have to burn some OMI to get there. So people that want those benefits, like myself, will burn it. And that's just all going to be burned. Buying things in the Veveverse, a lot of that OMI will be burned. And Veve could do that thing where they're like, hey, we only have they could choose that thing like, hey, we're only selling this in OMI. Now I don't know if they'll do that. They might have different options to pay. You can pay in fiat, you can pay in whatever, but I think that they might actually do Ethereum at some point as well, which I don't want them to do. I only want them to do OMI. So that's just my opinion. But yes, it's pretty much anyone who wants to use it. Wes. There you go. Justin says, wake anybody. Iraq Galarza says, hey Randy, looking to buy the dip. Would you go for a Steamboat Willie Ultra Rare R2D2? There's no way R2D2 is that cheap. Maybe it is that cheap. I don't know. Let's take a look see. I haven't checked the Veve app in a minute. Let's go to the branch. Let's go to the Disney. Let's go to the Golden Moments on Disney. And let's check Star Wars. Let's see what R2 is, shall we? Let's shall. He's at $4,000. But if I'm not mistaken, the Mickey Mouse NFT is a little bit more. Oh no, he's a little bit less. The Steamboat Willie Ultra is, I think, like several $100s less. Yeah, it's only like $31.50. And oh, look at that! I think a buddy of mine got that all together now, because the cheapest 3-digit altogether now is now 4,100. So I think he. Oh no, I'm sorry. There's one for 3,900. But yes, he must have gotten it, because the cheapest one is now 3,900. Mass Murders was the one that had the other cheapest one, but it was bought. So I happen to like R2D2 better just because I'm very bullish on Star Wars. I just also like, I don't have any emotional attachment to Altogether now, but you know, I when R2 comes on screen, I like him better. Not even for the finance, that's just what, you know, I don't have that attached with Steamboat Willie, but I do have that for R2. So that's just me. Monarch NFT says Jim Carrey put me on 5 HTP. LOL, fantastic, no tropic. Interesting. Sinful Miles says OMI crash is real. OMI do be going down though. He says OMI is depressing. I'm done watching Veve. Well, if that's what you need to do, like, hey, I'm gonna take a break for a while and come back a little later, that's fine. NOS, thank you for the super chat. And anyone basically that wants to buy stuff with OMI in the future, when I have OMI to NFT, they will be burning OMI from their supply. Patrick James has ate a bunch of shrooms once and saw holographic sacred geometry everywhere. It changed my perspective on a lot of things, dude. Everything is numbers. This is why I think we're in a simulation. Like these rules, like these gravity, like they're too perfect. The mathematical equations are everywhere. Everywhere you look. And it's beautiful, and it's like, this has to be a creation of some sorts. Like, there's no way that the rules of this universe just happened by accident. I think it was Einstein that says God does not roll dice when it comes to the universe. I think that the people or beings who created this reality that we are in, they are expert coders. Now, every now and then, like, hey, that shouldn't be possible. I think we do see some glitches in the Matrix every now and then. There's a whole subreddit for that on YouTube. Or, I'm sorry, on Reddit. There's a whole subreddit on that on Reddit. Yeah. Crazy stuff. And Justin says, how? We're burning more. Yeah, we're burning a lot. Tyler says, only microdose mushrooms before, unsure about doing more. Do it either alone or with people you trust, or have someone you trust. I mean, I don't. Again, when I've done it alone the 2 times I've done it. I love it, but again, that's just me. Lee says Veveverse realistically at this pace is 5 years away if they had all hands on deck. I think you're assuming that Veve is only trying to build the Veveverse by themselves. And if you're right, then you're right. If Veve's only using their 100 or so employees to try to build the Veveverse, yes, it would be that far away. But I don't think that that's what's happening. Just my opinion. Tyler says, I take 5 HTP sometimes. Interesting. I don't know what that is. I should look it up. Montez says, I thought microdose to heroic dose all have varying benefits for different purposes. I was actually talking to a nurse this weekend that said that there's somebody that she had, like, some people react differently to shrooms, like, and some people have allergic reactions, like they have allergic reaction to peanuts. Is peanut a drug? No, but if you're allergic to it, you're gonna die if you take it. And she ran into someone, or somebody came into her ER unit, and they took a bunch of, it was their first time taking mushrooms. They died. Just because of the allergic reaction. So yeah. Who do I have? Wait a second. Somebody messaged me something saying legend. Okay, so I guess Cavell, and actually, you know what? We're on our last thing. Let's try to raid somebody. Who should we raid? 5 HP, the brightened and happiest man on earth is Jim Carrey. Why? He had struggled with depression. So Cavell Anderson is live, and actually, who else is live? Is that hang on one second here. Okay. Comey, Veve, and Will interview with Brock McBlockchain. Let's go raid. But wait, who else is? Hang on a second here. We'll if I type in Brock McBlockchain, we have. There's a bunch of there's other people that had gone on and made these videos here, and I do believe Crypto Chris was one of them. So let's take a look here. Yeah, let's go and raid Cavell Anderson. So Cavell Anderson's got this. So let's go and raid him and say Chavez sent you. Thanks for everything. Have unseen dangers. We're usually pretty extreme with everything. Good to have balance. All right, everyone say bye bye to Dashi. Bye bye Dashi. Everyone go. Hang on one second. Where was I? Yeah. So let's go to Cavell Anderson and say Randy raid. Randy raid. Okay. So I'm gonna go to Cavell and be like, Chavez raid. Chavez. Oh. There's a Chavez raid going on. Let's get this bread. Let's get this bread. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow. Let's go to Cavell Anderson. Randy Chavez raid. Bye. Meow, meow. Thank you for the super chats. Meow, meow.